Hello and welcome back to Growing Bull Senior Games. I'm Mark Middleton along with Bill Schaefer. We are live at Las Olas Intracoastal Park for a really big night. We're coming to you later. This is the celebration of athletes. Bill, it's kind of a combination of an opening and a closing ceremony.
You know, all week long, for 2 weeks, they're playing on the court, on the field, wherever it is they do their thing. For one night, they get to be together, show fellowship, state, see all their friends, and really feel like the stars that we all believe they are.
Yeah, it's really, really exciting. In fact, this is Texas. Are you guys from Texas? What do you think about the opening or the celebration of athletes? Are you having fun?
Oh, you bet. Been down here, we've been having fun.
What's the best thing about the National Senior Games?
Already walking down.
Okay, I'll catch
do
you.
my thing, baby.
You're doing. What do you think is the best thing about the National Senior Games?
Everything, just meeting the people and where everybody is from.
Having a good time, and son of a gun if I don't. Sawyer, champion swimmer, 80-year-old icon. Are you excited? You've been to a few of these.
Oh, this has been a blast. The swimming competition.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
Oh, this is absolutely.
Have fun. Congratulations on everything that you did.
Look who I got here, Mark. Willie Sprung.
I heard about
doing,
him. I
sir?
saw
How
the
you doing?
video. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We profiled Willie a couple days ago, and we got so many comments on how. What would you like to say to them about the parade of athletes and being able to take part in this event, Willie?
This is a wonderful festivities. It's good to come together and show a little camaraderie and get to know each other just a little bit and spread some of this positive energy.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it, my
Yes,
friend?
it is. Yes, it is.
There you go.
Yes, it is.
Well, you've done. And Willie, who do you think? Which state do you think has the most athletes here?
State that has the most athletes, I would say probably Florida.
What's number two?
Number two,
That's where he's from.
Yeah, North Carolina is 8. It's Florida, then Texas, then Ohio, then Tennessee, Maryland, California, North Carolina, and New York. But the point of it is, folks, they come from everywhere, including Canada. There are athletes from all 50 states and Canada competing. I had a big day today. I got to tell you that. Bill, I know what you did today. You went to tennis.
We went to tennis, and did we see some amazing things?
You want to see what I did?
Absolutely.
Take a look at this. I don't know whether you guys have noticed this or not, but I certainly have. Track and field is one of my favorite sports, but producer Tim Killian assigned that to Bill Schaefer. Triathlon is one of my favorite sports, but producer Tim Killian assigned that to Bill Schaefer. Tennis is one of my favorite sports, but producer Tim Killian assigned that to Bill Schaefer. Well, beach volleyball is one of the new sports here at the National Senior Games. It is one of my favorite sports, and it doesn't begin until tomorrow. So you know what I did? I came today to practice day because I'm pretty certain that once it begins for real, producer Tim Killian is going to assign it to Bill Schaefer.
12 service.
Tell me now how this game is different than the indoor game. What do you have to do?
And indoor, there's 5 of you, and you have like a nominal amount of space. It's very small. And out in sand volleyball, it's either yours or mine. And you've got half the court and different directions of the ball. So there's a lot more coverage and there's a little more chess to the game than there is in indoor. Indoor is this is your role, and in sand it's you play all the roles. You really have to be able to communicate.
It's really a superb sport to grow older with. It's unlike pickleball or basketball or even indoor volleyball. Beach volleyball is a soft impact sport. And so being able to run around in the sand, it works all those little supporting muscles and tendons and ligaments. It's low impact when you dive. It's got all the components that are being found in research to be very healthy for older athletes right now.
If I may,
Sure.
without knowing anything about you, I think you got to be the favorites. I mean, I saw you saunter in here with a bag full of balls, which just said to me, we've come to win. True?
Well, we are competitors, so yeah, we do some training and stuff, but we're competing in the 50-plus division, and yeah, we're super excited to be here.
Yeah, really fun.
Yeah.
I can tell you're going to have fun no matter what,
Yeah.
but it'll be more fun if you win, right?
Yeah. Well, yes. Either way, we have fun together all the time.
Yeah.
We laugh but serious at the same time.
If
If you look at the track record, comparing it to indoor, most pro players, they stop playing mid-30s just because it wears and tears your body, right? But then you come to beach, you still have 70-year-olds that are coming out here playing from 8 in the morning to 6 p.m. with no complaints of aches, and they're just enjoying life. Beach volleyball is not a sport, it's a lifestyle.
Beach volleyball, an incredible sport for older athletes. Hold that thought. Come with me, Jason, if you will. Flo Myler, we are live, Flo. The greatest older female athlete alive in the world. She owns everything. Are you happy with your performances?
I got a new high jump record at age 87.
How many world records do you hold?
35 world records and 30 U.S.
35 world records and 30 in the U.S. Let's get out of the way. We're having a good time. Beach volleyball. Did you know that it's a perfect sport for older adults?
Tell me more about that, Mark, because I would think that beach volleyball was rigorous and two people on a team. What makes it the perfect sport?
It is rigorous. It is difficult, but it's forgiving. And, that's what we've learned as we get older. We need to be able to pound our body up and down on hard floors. So that's a sport, as we said, first time ever in the National Senior Games. It would be cool to see if they keep it, but not any beaches, so maybe this is a one-off.
Hey, maybe Pittsburgh will have ice hockey or something like. They got a pretty good team out there, and I know a lot of seniors who play.
Amen.
Hey, how about another sport, Mark, that would seem like it's rigorous, but is actually one of the healthiest, best sports you can play? We're going to take you out to the tennis courts. Don't go away.
This is Growing Bolder at the National Senior Games here in Fort Lauderdale. All of the athletes have now paraded in the celebration of athletes. Bill, it's easy to see these guys are excited, they're carrying their flags, and they're really happy to be here.
It's about fellowship, it's about meeting other people and having pride and meeting people from other states as well, and that's what tonight's all about.
So how did Fort Lauderdale get the games? Well, you have to make a bid for it. You have to be selected, and one of the reasons, obviously, is because they understand the value of having this older demographic come to town. Fort Lauderdale is expected to generate about $30 million in economic event alone. And I love that, Bill. People are finally beginning to realize that, you know, people over 50 and 60, not only a huge demographic, but a demographic that's got not afraid to spend it.
Almost everywhere you look, Mark, these people are breaking stereotypes that everybody grows up with. Stereotypes of... You think about what it would look like to see a couple of 80-year-olds play tennis. What do you imagine in your mind? Let's show you reality and what you think. We went out to the Veltri Racket Club in Plantation. You know what they have out there? They're home to the prestigious Orange Bowl International Championships. 6 clay courts there, somewhere close to 700 participants in the games. It's one of the best exercises for range of motion, for balance, for quick explosive movements, coordination, enhanced aerobic capacity. Do you get the idea? Better bone tennis, lower body fat, greater reaction times, lower resting heart rate. Now you understand why so many people play tennis. The benefits are critical. And look at these two. This is Alwyn Chow from Henderson, Nevada. He's been playing since he was a kid. In fact, his son was a star at San Jose State. They play each other all the time. His partner is Terry, 8 years old. In August, she still works as a hairdresser in L.A. She's ranked 7th in the nation. She won gold in the singles this year, but she did not do as well at doubles. So we asked, what the heck happened out there?
You know what? I made a few errors in that right toward the end, the easy put away, and then his left-handed serve was just too good, and I changed my mind and it didn't go over.
And how about you, Alvin? What was it like to play with Terry?
This is the first time that we played together, so she's really good.
She scare you just a little bit?
Yeah, she's... Yeah.
But I took the ball away from him several times. I think if we got used to each other, I took my backhand volley was as good as forehand. He was right there, and we're not used, you know, we haven't played together, so
I was told that you were the 7th ranked tennis player in the country.
Well, there aren't that many old ones, you know.
Well, you know what?
In the 80s. I guess I've always been competitive. My husband said I'm always like that. I don't like to sit still a lot. Tennis does not make you get in shape. You have to stay in shape to play it.
This is one game that you can play all your life. Yeah. Like if you play football, basketball, soccer, or anything like that, you need to have a team. But for tennis, you can just play the rest of your life. If I don't play, it's almost like a religion. If I don't do it, something's missing. So that's what keeps me going.
What a great way to put it. I think everybody feels that about their sport, Mark. Like it's almost a religious experience, and doing it is.
And they love to do it well, and when they don't, they're disappointed, but they get over it pretty quickly, and then they come out here and hang out and have a good time. You know, there are a lot of very, very busy. The busiest team that I've seen truly is the team from Visit Pittsburgh. Every time I go by their booth, it is filled with people who are anxiously asking Pittsburgh 2023, the next National Senior Games, just over a year away right now. And I got to tell you, I spoke to the CEO just today. This guy's an athlete himself. He is totally excited about putting on a great show. I think the next one's going to be the biggest of this.
The word is out. Pittsburgh is a must-see travel destination. Plan a visit and you'll quickly find what makes our city so special. The experiences and attractions you'll find only in Pittsburgh.
That's right. Experiences like the Heinz History Center,
the Andy Warhol Museum,
or the August Wilson African American Cultural Center. And that's just a start.
Yes, all this and much more, only in Pittsburgh. See you soon.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Glad you're still with us. Bill Schaefer, Mark Middleton. We are at the National Senior Games, where we've the most exciting weeks of the entire year. We just finished watching the celebration of the parade of athletes as they all come in, Mark, and now the
Yeah, it was really good. We just listened to Brian Hankerson, who was a world champion, 70-year-old jumper, high jump, long jump, invocation. He did great. You know, there's nearly 1,000 swimmers here in Fort Lauderdale competing in that competition. Of all is a woman by the name of Vivian Stancil. Both of Vivian's parents died before she was 7. She was raised in foster home. She was married. She had 2 children. She began losing her eyesight at 19. She was divorced and living on welfare by the time that she was 20. To give up. In fact, she earned her bachelor's degree and became the first blind teacher in the California school system. 40s, and then had a problem with eating. In fact, when she was 50, her doctors told her if she lost a lot of weight, she would never see 60. So you know what she did? She had never exercised in 40 years. She had never been in a swimming pool in her life. She was deathly afraid in the water, but she decided to learn to swim, and she joined the Learn to Swim program. So take a look at this. Today, Vivian is 75. Blind, not just a regular competitor at the National Senior Games. She is one of the most inspirational of all. Bill and I first met Vivian back in Albuquerque in 2019 Senior Games. We were blown away by her positive spirit, so much so that I made a point of finding her this year. And when you see the determination that she has to participate, it's impossible to not be inspired and to not believe that no matter what your challenge, always a way to engage in an active and a social life.
I will not ever give up. I'm not a give up person. I talked to a lady in New Mexico. She said, I wish. I said, don't talk to me about I wish. Do it. Get in there and do it. And that's what I say to all. You don't have to swim, but you need to move.
What you do, your example, Vivian, is obviously bigger than swimming. It transcends anything. What is your message? What's the moral of the Vivian Stancil story?
I believe the moral of the Vivian Stancil story, how Vivian touched many lives by people witnessing what Vivian is doing. And you will not ever hear me say, poor Vivian. You will not ever hear me say, because I'm blind, I can't do it. I can do anything that I put my heart to doing.
Isn't she amazing?
Most inspiring people I've met anywhere.
Yeah, she really is, and she didn't just compete in one event, she competed in many. She didn't win any of them, but you know, her inspiration was more powerful around anybody's neck. And you know what she's done? She started the Vivian Stancil Foundation, which helps underprivileged children and seniors get involved in athletic activity for the social and health benefits. Really, really amazing.
She is amazing. And when we were in Albuquerque in 2019, and now we're here, all the games of their own, don't they?
Yeah.
And the people come from out of nowhere to be incredibly inspiring.
Before we get of the day and wrap it up, I see a guy standing over here. This was not planned, folks. Jared, tell me your last name again.
Bacher.
I didn't want to mispronounce it. This is Jared. I referred to you a moment ago when I said I interviewed the CEO of Visit Pittsburgh not long ago, and based upon the fact that you are an athlete, I predicted that Pittsburgh 2023 is going to be the biggest and best ever. You guys are excited, aren't you?
That's the plan. Absolutely. You know, there is no other city that we States that hosts major sports competition like the city of Pittsburgh. The National Senior Games being there is going to be yet another feather in the cap, if you will, of the competition.
A great venue set up all downtown for the most part.
Absolutely.
Great food, great things to do. Yeah. Bring a bike, have a lot of
July in the Pennsylvania, across Pennsylvania, but particularly in Pittsburgh, the outdoor adventures are endless. So, like you said, our food scene, entertainment, arts, and culture, it's all great, but it's really going to come down to the competition. We're going to put on some great games, and it's going to be another...
Some exciting stuff, some announcements are coming in the future ahead, but tell folks who are anxious, it's never too soon to start planning for it. Where can they find what information is available now?
Well, you can start National Senior Games Association website and also to visit Pittsburgh.com. There'll be a lot more information coming out over the next few months and into the fall with venue assignments, information on individual competition. So a lot more information to come, but you can start with just planning your trip right now at visitpittsburgh.com.
Jared, thank you for your time. I really appreciate forward to seeing you there. Bill, I told you he was a great guy.
City of Pittsburgh has so much heart and so much personality. It's going to be amazing to see what they have to offer next year. More of these games going on too. We're going to finish big around here. We have our question of the day where we talk to the athletes to see what they're thinking. And our question today was which athlete inspires you the most? And I want you to stick around for this, Mark, because you know who the overwhelming name was? Vivian. You just happened to do a story on. In fact, Victoria Ferrer from Boston said Vivian Stancil was the main reason. Incredible. Donna Levery had an answer that she lives in the Villages, and the person we highlighted yesterday and introduced you to was the person that inspired her the most. And this is one of my favorites too. Peg Moyer from Alexandria, Virginia, said who is competing here in 2 sports inspires her, and her mother is 99 years old.
I love this, and I want to make certain that people understand was what athlete inspires you the most. It wasn't what senior games athlete inspires you the most. Honestly, we thought we were going to see Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, somebody like that, but most of the answers were athletes that are competing now. And this is what we talk about. These are the influencers. These are the examples.
And it's real. These people, if you get to participate or if you get to visit your local senior games, you'll find inspiration everywhere. And you probably hear us say some do it, but it's the truth. This is one of the most empowering, cool places to be that anyone could ever hope to be.
I got to run here in a second.
What are you doing? This is a special thing, right? The celebration of athletes. They're having a handful of speakers, and one that they wanted to be sure to get was Mark. They understand. And they're very proud of what Growing Boulder does. Nobody's bringing attention to the athletes here like Growing Boulder is, and they are.
I'm going to speak about something that we produced together, the team at Growing Boulder. We put together an online about the passage of Title IX. I think many people know, but not everybody. This is the 50th anniversary of the passing of Title IX, which, of course, is the law that prohibits federally funded educational program or activity from discriminating on the basis of sex. All of these older women that are here tonight play when they were younger. Title IX has changed that for everybody. So I'm going to share with them a video that we produced at Growing Boulder that celebrates upon whose shoulders every other female athlete stands.
Well, we've had a great time giving you a peek here at the celebration of athletes. I know tomorrow's going to be I just was told in my ear that I've gotten the assignment to do beach volleyball.
Yeah.
So I'm greatly looking forward to covering
by that. I'll give you a couple of tips on some great people to cover. That's it, folks. We're going to enjoy the rest of the program. The sun is setting here at Fort Lauderdale. It is a beautiful night. We're thrilled that you're joining us each and every day. Speaking of which, we'll be back live with another live streaming show tomorrow at about 5 o'clock.